Thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting podcast. This is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, K.L.P, y'all. Yes, we're officially back. Of course, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Deezer, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, we're everywhere, of course. Welcome back to the podcast. I know it's been a couple days since we did our last podcast, is just because we were working on so many cool things coming up later on in our future, of course, when it comes to networking and podcasting. And, of course, yours truly, your host for the show, I'm filming a movie. On top of that, you guys saw a little bit of a sneak peek on the Grizzly Talk Podcast's Instagram page as I give you guys kind of an exclusive. Of course, we're starting to film the new movie Ramses, and I'm so excited about that because I wanted to not announce that just on the show just because, but that is going to be a short film that we're producing now and making now, and that's going to be submitted for Campus Movie Fest this year. Yes, Campus Movie Fest is back this year, and I cannot wait for it, of course. They skipped 2 years, I want to say, because I don't remember doing Campus Movie Fest in 2018. Well, maybe I did do it in 2018, but I definitely knew they skipped 2019, and now they're back. 2020, of course, they're doing this all virtual for the film festival, so I do recommend for you GGC students, if you haven't done a movie festival before, Campus Movie Fest is like like no other, really. It really is a fun thing to do. Unfortunately, it is all virtual. It's virtual, you know. It's going to be different. You know, it's going to be very, very different this year with Campus Movie Fest. But I do encourage students at GGC, if you have nothing else to do, if you want to add more to your schedule, I really recommend you guys do a short film. Submit your short film to Campus Movie Fest because you never know what's going to happen for sure. So now on to some news announcements, of course, from GGC. Of course, we've got a lot of good things. A lot of RSOs, we're doing a lot of things today. So we're going to start off with the first news announcements that I see. Of course, WIT, Women in Tech, has an event Tuesday, September 15th from 12 to 1 p.m. virtually. Is this job real, or how to spot a job scam? Now, there's a lot of jobs out there in America, so unfortunately, that a lot of people scam people within these jobs. And I know nowadays a lot of people are looking for new jobs due to COVID-19. Of course, a lot of jobs are offering more virtual work or more at-home work. So please be careful on how you spot these jobs, first off. But, of course, the Career Center is doing this event, of course, to how to spot a job scam. So it's important, and I want you guys to make sure that you guys are aware. Of course, Olas got some things going on for sure. Of course, you had the president take some pictures by the water fountain by the GGC dining hall. Of course, we got the new members from Olas, some older members and some newer members. Of course, so they had a little photo shoot going on there, and then of course they had a tent set up for Olas. Of course, so shout out to Olas. They were giving out these flyers, and their table looked very colorful too. Of course, they have the Hispanic and Heritage Month. That's very important. That is this month for September. So they're starting off for that beautiful Tuesday. So it really is cool to see that they're back in action. It's exciting to say the least. Of course, you guys saw it on our Instagram. Of course, GGC Dance is back in action. GGC Dance is very, very good to see that they are coming back and they're doing their crafts. You guys can follow them at GGC Dance, all one word, on Instagram. We reached over 104 views on that video. So I'm very happy about that because, GGC Dance is back in action. And, it's one of those RSOs that really show your craft. And I really, really enjoy RSOs to really show their craft within GGC. So it really is important. Of course, message from GGC Volleyball Club. Of course, they say, good morning, everyone. Don't forget to join us at 6 p.m. at GGC Sand Court for some volleyball today. We hope to see new faces. Of course, I did see the field, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, GGC is growing up some very interesting areas. Now, last podcast, I talked about the basketball court that they just built. Looked very, very swanky. And now, by the 3000 parking lot okay, so I was walking for my walking class, and I saw the volleyball court, and I'm like, there it is, So the intramural field area, they really are growing some good things for that area, so it's exciting. And so I hope everyone comes out to volleyball. Of course, that's an intramural sport. Very, very new, ladies and gentlemen. I got to say, very, very new. Speaking of intramural sports, of course, on September 10th, today, by the time you're seeing this, it's probably over, but you had the 3-point challenge at 2 p.m. in the outdoor basketball court. So if you missed today's event, rest assured they're going to be doing challenges almost every Thursday. And, the basketball court, it just looks very, very new and very, very, I got to say, very swanky. Of course, I had to go say that for today's show. But it really is exciting for that new basketball court. And I just cannot wait until COVID-19's over so that way they can form basketball teams and that could be their home court. That's exciting to say the least. Now, this next message goes out to future, and I do say future GGC students. Of course, if you, this is as part of their Wednesday motivation, of course, today. They started yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, but starting yesterday, up to the 16th, of course, apply to GGC for free, starting from September 9th, yesterday, all the way up to September 16th. Start the process of becoming a Grizzly today. You can go to the website at www.ggc.edu/apply. So for all of you high schoolers who are thinking about coming to GGC, I would have to say good choice. And secondly, take advantage of that, because I wish they had something like this back in 2015, where I was getting ready to select my college. Back then, way back when, ladies and gentlemen. And we didn't have free admissions. I had to pay for admissions back in 2015. So if you are a future GGC student or thinking about coming and attending GGC, please take advantage of that free admissions and application. It is free up from yesterday now up until the 16th. So I really recommend you guys take advantage of that, because again, I really do wish that I had something like that going out back in 2015, because it's free. Of course, episode 3 is available for the Grizzly Growl Show, of course, on YouTube. Looks like they're talking about men's soccer. Of course, that's going to be on our radio station today, GTP 94.6 radio station. If you guys haven't heard that radio station, it is incredible. But, of course, the Grizzly Growl Show is coming up. It's now available, episode 3. They're really going far with that, so I just cannot wait for later on to come up with the Grizzly Growl Show. So this next announcement, and we're full of announcements, ladies and gentlemen, but this one goes out very, very special. Of course, if you guys haven't noticed it yet, of course, on our Instagram at Grizzly_talk. Of course, it's Sickle Cell Awareness Month for GGC communities. You might remember Nika Williams. Of course, Nika Williams is a great friend of mine who came on the podcast last year to talk about sickle cell awareness and how to spread the awareness and to really give back for the Awareness Month. But this year, they're selling beautiful shirts. Of course, our shirts is only $30, and you get 25%, 25% of the proceeds will go to the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. So, of course, you can direct message her on her Instagram. It's blue, number 3, print underscore. Of course, that's BLU3, and the word print underscore. DM her now so that way you can pre-order your shirts today. They're only $30. And again, 25% of the proceeds will go to the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. So I really recommend you guys going out for that. We did a ad for it, if you will. The shirts look amazing, y'all. They really got some really great designs for the shirts. And, shout out to her. Shout out to Felicia Pardon. She's another sponsor for the event to help spread awareness. So it really is amazing when GGC students come together, especially for a cause like this. This is so important, GGC community, because Nika Williams, she's very excellent in what she does, and she's really striving for this to go big this year. It's 2020, and if you had an extra $30 to spare, honestly, give back to the community and help spread the word. You know, that's all you have to do. So we're going to play some music for today, of course. Some music that you might have heard already, but we'll play it again because this was actually the highest song. Everyone loved it, believe it or not, GGC community. So listen to the song and we'll be right back here on the Grizzly Talk Podcast.
You go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that song. Man, it will be so good if I can go to prayers right now. Great song, great song. Of course, this came across my desk, of course, presented by the Grizzly Lead Conference, of course. Culture Shock, carving a new pathway for courageous leadership. You're invited. All students interested in presenting at the Grizzly League Conference are invited to submit proposals using the QR code and link below. Of course, you can register by tomorrow. Of course, that's being, I believe that's Friday. That is, that's a special date because that's 9/11. So, registration is available by then. Of course, you can contact cmitchell16 at ggc.edu for more information. So again, if you have what it takes to speak on behalf for leadership for the Grizzlies League Conference, they're looking for a lot of people to talk about this thing, this certain topics for this event. And event really makes a great event when you have a lot of students come on and have their ideas they want to spill out to the GGC community. So if that's you, I recommend you guys going out there and, of course, submitting that by then. Don't miss that deadline. The deadline is tomorrow. By the time you hear this podcast, it'll be out instantly after we are done airing it tonight. But it will be available up until tomorrow. So please register today for Grizzlies League Conference. Try saying that fast 5 times, So that's going to do it for the Grizzly Talk Podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Please be sure to follow all of our social medias, and please take a listen to the GTP 94.6 radio station, as we have so many things come up later this week for that radio station. Over 22 countries worldwide are listening to it, so it's growing. It's going to great heights, and I just cannot wait. I can't wait for it to come up later on in this week. So that's going to do it for the Grizzly Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy Patterson. Stay safe and go Grizzlies.